How's it going, guys? We're here to check out this week's skins. So there were no skins last week, if you didn't notice, because, well, it was the holiday and the Face Punch staff is a bunch of real people, so they deserved a holiday as well. But you can see that there were skins added this week, obviously. And also regarding the update, they fixed the high quality disappearing out of tool cupboard glitch, and that was about all they really posted on the dev blog, because they're at holiday and they're working on a lot bigger things like the mini copter and the oil rig monument event and stuff like that. So we should start seeing things rolling again for the February update. There's also no forced blueprint wipe yet. So I know that's a big question for everyone else. So now that we've knocked that out of the way, let's go ahead and check out the high quality armor set that was accepted today. And I can't look at the face of this without, like, laughing. To me, it looks like some guy with a weird braided beard making, like, a silly face. It's kind of ridiculous. But this is the Berserker Set brought to us by Little Ranger. It'll cost you 99 cents a piece, so you can pick it up for $1.98 to get the whole set. You've got a bloody handprint, some kind of like dragon scale looking business here, a couple more bloody handprints. Up top, you can see it's kind of got a very Nordic look to it. And yeah, so it's kind of got a unique kind of Viking Nordic look to it, but just this grin it gives you is just ridiculous. I honestly, I'm not sure what to say about it. But yeah, that's it for the armor this week. Let's check out our deployables. Also from Little Ranger this week, we have the Restricted Area Cobalt door. It is a wooden door, and it's pretty awesome looking. It's got two different sides to it, which is always a plus. I always like when that is done. And yeah, it's a nice little door. It should run you the typical deployable price of $1.49 as you would expect. Next up, we've got a new armor door, which is also going to run you $1.49. It is the mainframe door brought to us by Brajukila. And yeah, it's got all sorts of little wires and stuff hanging through. But the cool thing is when you check out the back, you got some more circuitry going on, and you can actually have a tiny bit of a little glow right there, which is actually quite cool. Help you find your door in the middle of the night. Of course, you know, armor door, so it has its hatch. And there you have it. Those are our two deployables for the week. Let's go ahead and move on to the Dragon Egg Rock, brought to us by Cuckoo. Cuckoo is a new creator in the mix who's done an awesome job and already got something into the game. $1.99 for your typical weapon tool price on this rock, and you can have your very own dragon egg in game. Who knows, maybe if it survives enough raids it might turn into a real dragon. Next up, excuse me guys, I am dying. We've got this new shotgun. This double barrel is apparently, it's supposed to mean death, but there's some controversy going around whether or not what it means on it. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but for some reason there's the Playboy bunny on it. I'm not sure if this one will stick around in the market or not. One way or another, there's no doubt this thing is actually really cool looking. It's just got a really awesome look to it. And it's kind of got a bit of a tempered thing going on, but not quite. It's its own thing, it's a little bit different, and I really like the look of it. But yeah, who knows? I'm not entirely sure. I can't speak Russian, so I don't know. I've been told there's multiple meanings, so who knows? But if you look at the Steam page, the meanings are supposed to be death, and then the rest of it is inspired by a certain wrestler, I guess? I'm not entirely sure. But anyways, this guy will run you the usual $1.99 weapon price. Next up, we've got a continuation in a beloved series, the Peacekeeper Set. This is the Peacekeeper Python, brought to us by Bad Trip. Aiming down the sight, you'll see it has its typical red painted sight. Of course, it does not glow. You got a happy little smiley face and a gold hammer staring back at you. It's what you would expect from the Peacekeeper set, and is pretty awesome as always. This guy will run you, again, the usual $1.99. Next up, a kind of toss back to a previous video a while ago, there is the Metzl Hunter, or Metalhead, sorry, SMG. And this one's pretty awesome. Hexeth did a great job on it, and I showcased this a while back, and I'm glad to see it made it in today. Hulk definitely pulled a bunch of random stuff together today, and I was glad to see this one made the cut. When you aim down here, you got a nice little skull staring back at you. It's got a kind of, it kind of almost seems like it's a one-tone color at first, but as you start to look at it, there's little rust and all sorts of other different details and colors to it. And I think Hexeth did a great job on it. And of course, it is $1.99 as most weapons cost. Next, we've got probably one of the more controversial skins that was accepted. Rust has always had a sense of humor, and anyone that denies that just hasn't played Rust or paid attention to anything the developers say, because, I mean, Gary is a massive troll. Come on, guys. I mean, we all know that. But this is the MP5 that I recommended. It is the Batteries Not Included Mp5, brought to us by Hypershot, and it is really, really awesome. It just looks like a Nerf gun, and that's what makes it look cool. So you're going to either love this gun or hate this gun. That's just kind of what's going on. It's definitely picking up a high price of $4.99 this week. It is the special gun, so to say. MP5 skins sell quite well, so I would say this is probably one to pick up for sure. Next, we've got a really cool AK I somehow missed, but Helk definitely didn't. This AK is brought to us by a fairly new person, Camille Tommy. I'm not sure if they even have anything else accepted, but they did an amazing job on this skin. I love the look of it. You know me and flames, and for me it's usually hit and miss kind of on the drawings, but these pit bulls are pretty mean. It fits together quite well, and you've got this awesome dog print on the back here, which is pretty cool. I like the fact that the AK looks very worn and tethered. You can see the paint is coming off, and I think it fits into the world of Rust pretty well. This one will be a little bit higher than usual at the $2.99 price point. Lastly, we've got probably what I'd have to say is my least favorite skin. Now, before everyone jumps at me there, I really love the design on it. I think it's really cool. I also like the gray color for the grip, or grips, I should say, on the gun. You know, the front and back. But it's just, I don't know, it's a little too plain. It kind of looks like something that was just carved out of Victorian style something rather. It doesn't, I don't know. For some reason, I feel like if it had maybe a little more color to its beautiful details, it would stand out a little bit more. But nonetheless, I'm pretty sure there's people this one will definitely grab the attention of, and it's only running the $1.99 price. I'd definitely like to see some more guns in the style of the kind of design with these nice looking kind of gray poly kind of grips. But definitely love to see a little more color in it. I mean, aiming down here, there's literally nothing going on aiming down the sights. So that's a little bit disappointing there. It just feels like this was halfway there, but not quite, more or less. But that does it, guys. That's all the skins for this week. I hope you enjoyed checking them out with me, and let me know down in the comment section which ones you picked up and why. I hope this helped you choose. We'll be back next week with whatever Rust information we have, as well as my skin picks and the showcase of which ones did make it in. Thanks for watching, and I hope you all have a happy new year.